Hey guys, welcome to episode 6 as we go in and talk to my client for the year, Kristen Booker. Come on guys. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey guys, I am here with Kristen Booker. She was my client this year, and I want to talk to her because she's a young lady, and now she's a young lady that owns her own home. So Kristen, talk to us. Tell us how old you are, and you just recently graduated, right?
I did. So I'm 23 years old. I went to MTSU for undergrad for accounting. I graduated in spring of 2017. I'm currently in grad school with an expectation date of 2019.
You're in grad school?
Yes.
And what happened this year?
So this year I purchased this home.
Okay.
First time home buyer. I was just kind of over the apartment situation.
Talk to us about that. Talk to us, what did you do to prepare beforehand? Talk to us how you saved, what happened with that process?
Okay, so in undergrad, I lived in the student apartments. So it was all-inclusive rent, but I knew then, just from my experience, that if it's as bad as it is with this, it probably won't get any better if I go somewhere else. Maintenance people were bad, leasing office bad, you know. The things they say you get, you don't always get. And then I moved to a different student housing my first year after graduating, and it was worse than the first one. So I knew that I did not want to go back home. I knew that if I did want to go back home, but I didn't want to rent, I had to buy.
Okay.
So in that year after graduation, or about a year roughly after graduation, I aggressively saved. I made sacrifices. I knew that, you know, at the time I was 22, I knew that, you know, oh, I can't do this, that, and the other if I have this major goal I'm trying to complete within a year before my other lease was up. So it just took aggressively saving.
So tell us what did you sacrifice in your saving?
So in my saving, I sacrificed shopping. I like
shopping.
to shop.
Okay.
I like to shop. I had to kind of down that a little. Even just, you know, recent grad, even like taking trips. Like I know that people my age with no responsibilities.
Okay.
I don't have kids. I don't have, you know, any major responsibilities. But at the same time, I couldn't just, I want to pick up and go to New York. I want to spend a week in LA. I knew I couldn't do that because that is a major expense itself, and it would take a lot of money to do that. That's mainly it.
All right, so let's talk about the process. You call us Smothering Pros and talk to us about that conversation.
Okay, so when I was ready to start the process, and I had no knowledge of what to do, it was just me and my mama talking like, oh, okay, well, your lease is up, you should start looking. And I would look, and then 2 days later, it would be gone. I was like, okay, well, I clearly cannot do this by myself, you know, and I didn't know, at the time, I didn't know that if you click on something and request information, that's another realtor trying to get you, and I was just like, well, I know, like, some realtors, but I would get so frustrated, even if I wanted to go to you, like, on a Sunday, oh, let me talk to Jantrice about it, but on Saturday, it's already gone. So I got so frustrated, that's when I called you that Tuesday, and I was like, Jantrice, I need help.
You did?
I need help. I cannot do this. I don't know what I'm doing, but my lease will be up in 4 months, and I need somewhere to go. Somewhere to go.
All right, so we started looking.
Yes.
Was it that week? No. At first, we had to walk you through getting approved for a loan.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about that process.
But it was kind of reversed because I called you on Tuesday, Wednesday morning. You sent me a picture of this complex and was like, hey, we got this. It's not even on the market yet. So, you know, come by and look at it. Or you told me to drive by. And we did a walkthrough of this house and 2 others. Then we had brunch and went through, you know, have I talked to a loan advisor or anything like that. So the process of the loan was a bit lengthy.
Was it worth it?
It was worth it.
Okay.
It was worth it. It just took a lot of paperwork. It took a lot of, you know, you got to keep up with everything because one thing relates to another, and I had to go to a class. And the class I thought was going to be boring, but it was actually very informational. It I learned a lot of information. Some information I didn't necessarily need, but you know, in the future I may, you know, when I do move on.
Okay. Did we leave you throughout any of the whole process?
No.
We walked you through
everything. You know, followed up things that, you know, I didn't necessarily, and I'm sure I didn't know everything that went on between you and you know, the loan guy, but y'all made sure that everything went perfectly. Everything was smooth. I didn't have no problem with anything. I just had to make sure I did my part.
You end up receiving a blessing through your loan.
Yes.
Tell us what qualifications, tell us the loan and what qualifications that you had to meet to get blessed with. You got money on the table. You got money on your loan.
Right.
Talk to us about that.
So with the loan, I qualified, I had to have a certain credit score.
So what was your credit score in order to get that loan?
Oh, my credit score was a 715.
Okay.
So
that means you had to do some things to get that credit score, right?
Right. So in undergrad, I had a car note, and that helped build my credit because I know, you know, you have to have some major things on your credit to help build it. So I had a car note, you know, no missed payments, no credit.
You paid your bills on time.
Pay everything on time.
All right. Something was due. Kristen, you were paying for it. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So my credit score was good, and I had to be a first-time home buyer.
Okay. Tell us about what did you qualify for?
I qualified for down payment assistance, and I qualified for closing assistance.
So how much did they pay in closing and down payment?
In closing and down payment, I think they paid $15,000 of it.
Okay, did you catch that? Okay. they paid for Kristen's down payment and closing.
Yes.
You received $15,000 in assistance.
Yes.
A year after graduating from MTSU.
Yes.
Okay. So did that 15 take care of everything?
Yeah, I got the earnest money. I got my earnest money back.
So at closing, you got a check.
I got money. Yeah, I got money for closing on the house.
She received money. So the process that we took you through is, how much money would you tell someone your age that they need to have just through the process of the inspection, of the appraisal? How much was that from you?
I think in the inspection, the appraisal was paid for through the bank I went through. So but things like that, I would say, I spent maybe $1,000 for that. As far as down payment and closing, I had $12,000 saved just to cover that, and I ended up being able to keep all $12,000 of that. So, and they ended up paying $15,000, so at least that much for close, just to have saved up, just in case they pay, you know, one and not the other. You have some money to give. Yeah.
But because you were smart in saving, your credit score was where it needed to be. The bank was saying, "Hey, you look like someone we could trust. We're going to give you money to assist you."
Right.
Thank you, Kristen, for letting us come into your home. This one is personal to me, guys, and I've watched this young lady, and it was a pleasure going through the process.
Yes.
At closing day, Kristen, we look at each other, and one of us is teary-eyed. One of us starts crying at the closing table. I won't tell you who that one is, but I'm proud of her for making the decision, even at her age, to know, hey, if I'm going to be spending this money, I'm going to be spending my money on something that I can own.